had a really exciting weekend, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear me very well with the GoPro. This is my first time using the GoPro and riding, but my brother called me Friday and asked me to go to Motorcycles in Greensboro with him to look at a Ducati Multistrada. He currently has a Street Fighter and wants to upgrade to a adventure bike, and they had a really great price on a used Multistrada that he wanted to look at. So of course I called up Chris and told him that my brother wanted to go, and he of course had no problem wanting to go take a ride. So we ended up heading to Motorcycles Greensboro, and as you guys probably already know, I do not like taking my MT-03 on the highway. So I went as a backpack this weekend, and didn't realize that Chris maybe had some ulterior motives for me going as well. He wanted me to look at the F800 GS BMW. And I'm sorry, this quick shifter is so cool. Y'all, if you don't have a quick shifter, God, it's amazing. Anyways, we ended up going to the dealership, spent a really long time there, looking at a bunch of different bikes, trying out some things. Decided that he is going to wait and sell his Street Fighter outright before buying a Strada. And while he was trying to negotiate some numbers on his and the Multistrada, I ended up taking a look at that F800 BMW GS Low, and I ended up loving it. I unfortunately didn't get to ride it. There was only one salesperson on the floor, and he was not doing demo days or anything like that. Normally they do, but they were really short-staffed, so that was fine. So my first ride on anything other than my MT-03 was yesterday coming home from the dealership. And I was pretty nervous, and there was all these people there too. Like, a bunch of people were buying bikes, or were there looking at bikes, I should say. So I was super scared, super nervous. All these people looked at me, watching me leave with the new bike, and I had never ridden any MT-03, and the bike that they had in the MSF course, which was a Harley. So Greensboro is like an hour and a half from my house, so I had a long ride, and I was just praying that I knew how to ride again, because it has been like 4 weeks since I've ridden. We've had some really crazy rain the last few weeks, and school just started, so I haven't been out as much as I would like. A new bike, and first time riding in like 4 weeks. Never ridden anything in my Yamaha, so it was nerve-wracking. But after like the first 5 minutes, it literally was like riding a bicycle. Like, I actually felt more comfortable on this than I did my Yamaha. I don't know if it's the suspension or the handlebar width or the front tire or whatever it is. It just makes it a lot easier to turn, to handle, and I felt really comfortable right away on it. So, love the new bike. Super glad I got it. It has all the storage that I could want. That was a huge complaint I had on my MT-03. I wanted to use it more for like a daily driver almost, and school and work and all the things. I have so much crap that I need to bring with me everywhere. I just didn't have enough space. I hated wearing a backpack, so I never really rode it to work. And I work a lot because I have 2 jobs, so I wasn't getting out as much as I would like on the bike. And I decided I definitely need to think about long term what I want to do with my motorcycle. And for me, that was more of an adventure bike. My boyfriend Chris has an adventure bike. And yeah, so here we are. Very first adventure bike. Very first day having it. And side note, I almost dropped it this morning. Chris came to my rescue. Was taking it to work this morning, had a private lesson at gymnastics, and did fine going, did fine coming back. Then I'm pulling into the driveway, trying to carefully maneuver it between the truck and Chris's Corvette. And as I'm tiptoeing, duck walking backwards, trying to see where the side bags are, because I've never had side bags before, I accidentally tipped it over into his truck. And God, he was there. He was able to help me and grab the bike before it totally fell. So my poor little mirror has like a little scuff on it, and the truck was fine. The scratch came out, so that was not a big deal. But had he not been there, I probably would have dumped it all the way. So he decided that at some point we are gonna take the bike, put it on the ground intentionally on like a blanket or something, and then work on me lifting it up just in case something does happen when I'm riding. He knows that I can pick it up. I said probably not a bad idea to figure that out and practice that just in case. Now these roads I am very familiar with. It's a route that I take all the time. But feel so much more comfortable on this bike. I'm doing only 62 right now, which is not very fast, but on my MT-03, the wind alone would make me feel like I was working really hard to like keep the bike upright and go against the wind. So having that wind protection, the wind guard for my hands, oh my gosh. And this thing has cruise control. It's amazing. I decided to try that yesterday on the way home. We were on a pretty long road, and I was able to use it. And yeah. Okay, so this road has a lot of curves, and it's the road that I am very anxious on. So I'm going to shut up so I can focus while I'm riding on this road. And let's compare to the MT-03.